let's move on. And this time around, we get to what we call Z-Baller. And this is where we talk about Zambian football. And we caught up with one player that is really peculiar, because this is a Japanese player, Jindo. He's playing for MUZA FC for this transitional league. We caught up with him, and this is what he had to say.
My name is Jindo Morishita from Japan, and I play for MUZA FC in Mazabuka. The reason why I'm in Zambia playing football in the professional level now is I have an international background, unlike other Japanese people, and I found it interesting to play football, to build my career as a footballer outside Japan. And I was wondering, where should I first build my career? Then I figured out Africa. There's a few Japanese players playing here, and I gathered information, and I figured out Zambia has one of the highest level in Africa. So I attended an academic conference last year in March, and I met this wonderful family. In fact, he was one of the pastor for Chipolo Polo. His name is Pastor Sakara, and we've been communicating since then. And now, luckily, I'm in Zambia, hosted by him, and MUZA was the first team to sign a contract with me, so that's how I'm here in Zambia. Zambian football, so far, I've spent almost a season, although it wasn't transitional season. I see a lot of talent here in Zambia. There's a lot of physical contact, and it's very competitive, in fact. Even my colleague who plays in Zesco United, there's also another Japanese player there. We've been communicating and saying, Zambia, there's a lot of talent, it's very competitive. In fact, we should invite some Zambian players to the Japanese league, because they're very skillful enough to play in that level as well. So yes, I'm very much satisfied with the level in Zambia, and I hope I can come again in Zambia to play football in the higher level as well. So, for example, a coach, I have my own academy in Japan, and I mainly coach the under 9, under 12, the young ones. And football is not only about winning or doing the competitive football in that area, in that range of age especially. So it's more about education. You need to educate and coach kids how to have a well-being, to live in a better life, So, for me, I play in the highest, I play as a professional footballer, so basically my aim as a footballer is to win and to build a higher career. But in terms of coaching, you need to be careful not to coach the kids, not to put the focus only of winning, to win. So I think it's sort of hard to balance. You need to keep that in mind when you're coaching. Yes. So, for example, a coach, I have my own academy in Japan, and I mainly coach the under 9, under 12, the young ones. And football is not only about winning or doing the competitive football in that area, in that range of age especially. So it's more about education. You need to educate and coach kids how to have a well-being, to live in a better life, So for me, I play in the highest, I play as a professional footballer, so basically my aim as a footballer is to win and to build a higher career. But in terms of coaching, you need to be careful not to coach the kids, not to put the focus only of winning, to win. So I think it's sort of hard to balance. You need to keep that in mind when you're coaching. Yes. I play number 9, mainly striker, number 10, number 9. I was one of the top scorers last year. I scored 25 goals. All right. Yes. My interest mainly is football, as I've talked so far. And yes, I do like coaching. Well, for now, I coach in one of the academies in Lusaka, which is called Victorious Life. We have lots of kids here. And after, maybe in the near future, I would like to set up an academy or just keep coaching with this wonderful academy as well. We'll see. But for now, I just want to focus on my career as a footballer. So we'll see how it goes. In fact, in Japan, in my university, I established an organization which which mainly does charity. For example, to the people who are suffering, like lacking of football materials such as footballs and football boots, uniforms as well. And that's, I think, is one thing I could do as a professional footballer. Promoting myself, but not only myself, but as like the activity that I'm also doing. So yes, I want to expand my activities, involving a lot of Zambian, of course, obviously Zambian professional footballers as well, but not only them, Japanese professional footballers. So in the near future, I would like to connect the Japanese football and the Zambian football, not only in the professional level, but in the charity as well. Ziko Mukwambi.
Well, that is Jindo is currently playing for MUZA FC, and in Japan, back in Japan, he's got an academy. He's got a license D coaching license, and obviously he spoke a lot about the experience that he has in Zambia.
Oh, of course. I think for me, that's what we need to know. And it was good to have an interview with him, where he talked a lot of things, and how we can start, I think, nurturing our children who have got ambition of becoming footballers. And I think for me, that's what you need to do. But again, he was able to recognize that Zambian football is a very good, is competitive at the moment. And even one of the friends who is playing for Zesco United said, I think it's more of a contact game. I think if you've seen, and what is happening, I think for me, especially during this transition league, it's unpredictable. Today you are on top, then tomorrow you lose a game, then you make sure that you are in fifth position. I think that's what we need to do. And for me, there's a lot that we need to do. But again, what really had to catch my eye was when he talked about License D, how they nature and the program that they have in other countries. And like here in Zambia, where you're able to train it for 3 days, then other countries you need to know. And they'll be restricted so that you deal with the children. But this time you see that the License D, you are able to be with the team, but you're not allowed just to sit on a bench, because qualification for you to sit on the Super Division is you're supposed to have a license, it should be B, CAF B. CAF B. So I think for me, we can learn a lot. We need to make sure that we see what other people they are doing in other countries. Then I think we are destined for greater in terms of Zambian football.
Well, good to note that even MUZA, they've got a Japanese to their squad. Though very sad that MUZA they've been shipped down. They will not be in the elite league next season because they did not perform very well. Zesco United, obviously the guy Suke has made a lot of noise from that side. To me, which was a very strategic move by Zesco United in terms of tapping into the Japanese market. In the afternoon, was checking on Twitter where there's weight coming through that radio, TV, and newspapers, they are busy monitoring the ZCA because of these guys from Japan. And then if you walk on the street of Tokyo, you could see maybe a number of Zesco replicas, which is very good, because I was in support of that move, because people question his age and stuff. But this is modern football, like I talked about bodybuilding. You need to have a vision. You need to see where you're headed to. This is a very good move. Observation on point. Football should be like school. You need to start it from there. The more reason why these days our kids, we take them to baby class, pre-grade, grade 1. There's a reason why there's that upgrade in terms of the movement or age. This year you could be 17, the next year you are 18. There's a reason why certain things happen that way. So if we were to stick to the basics and go with them, then we're good to perform. That was a very good observation.
And actually, you know,
I've noticed something that he was able to put out in terms of the growth and development of the Zambian league. I think I would love to attest to what he said. When you look at 4 or 5 years back, I think we were fielding 2 teams into CAF assignments. Now this time around we are fielding 4. It's a great improvement, and we also promote diversity. We have Japanese playing in the country. We have people all around Africa nowadays, playing, and this is something that is great. And our league is growing, and we hope to see more from around the world to come and play in the Zambian league.
All right, so this is the time now we get to the debate that is ongoing, and we all know that you are sending in messages, which is really beautiful, and we're reading those messages and just liking the way